Hello, this video is brought to you by my supporters on Patreon and my members on YouTube. Minasan, arigatou gozaimasu. My name is Kurt Bell, and this is my daily good life. It's a exercise that I do every morning, a little bit after waking up. It's now 4:42 a.m. on February 18th, 2024, day 302 in my countdown to retirement, day 94 for my wife. Wow, she's under 100. I've got a new notebook. I finished off the other one front and back, and so it took me a couple of days without any notes, but I'm back in business. I do this exercise to remember my life objectives and principles, those which are outlined in my book, Going Alone, which you can get a copy of from the link down in the description if you like. I also use the time to think about the last 24 hours and how I did with the challenges and opportunities that I met. I plan for the coming day, and I prepare myself for death. But as always, I like to start off with a poem, and switching back to Edward Thomas again. Let's read his poem again, Head and Bottle. I wanted to give this one a third try. Just a moment, sorry. No, I don't think I need to record that. Oh well, we'll do it today. There we go. Head and Bottle. The downs will lose the sun, white alyssum, lose the bees hum, but head and bottle, tilted back in the cart, will never part, till I am cold as midnight, and all my hours are beeless flowers. He neither sees, nor hears, nor smells, nor thinks, but only drinks. Quiet in the yard, where tree trunks do not lie more quietly. Is this about a man who drinks? Let's try this again. Head and bottle. The downs will lose the sun. White alsum. Alsum, I should have looked that word up. White alsum. Is that a flower, maybe? Lose the bees hum. It is. That's a flower, right? And lose the bees hum because the bees have left the flowers alone. He's talking about a man to whom all energies, all engagement is gone, right? A drinker. The downs will lose the sun. White alyssum, lose the bees hum. But head and bottle, tilted back in the cart, will never part, till I am cold as midnight and all my hours are beeless flowers. He neither sees, nor hears, nor smells, nor thinks, but only drinks. Quiet in the yard where tree trunks do not lie more quietly. Yeah, I think that's about a man who drinks. Heavy, if I'm getting it right. All right, carry on. Last night and yesterday, it was a good, solid day of everything yesterday. Did all my chores, went to the beach, did my did my book reading. I read My Muse is a Corpse from the book, that chapter. Did my shopping, had lunch with my wife. Good day all around. Had good, in the late afternoon, had my calisthenics on the beach, all wet in my swimsuit in the cold winter wind. Oh, that felt good. Sweet, sweet as life. Nothing particularly challenged me. I'm more walking like Stilbo. The good life. 8 objectives and 35 principles. I've decided not to go with 36. The new thing that I found, I'm going to add it as a sub-principle to the risk of avoiding risk. So let's pull that one out first and deal with that today. The principle called the risk of avoiding risk has one sub-principle called becoming who you are. Let me just double check to see what the risk of avoiding risk actually has to say. Here it is. Let's read it. Oh, it actually has sub-principles already. Good thing I checked. The risk of avoiding risk. Sub-principles. Risk management and to err on the side of family. And a new one, Becoming who you are. I'll add that in. I should do that today. Add that to the list. Becoming who you are. Life presents us with let's read it. Life presents us with a variety of risks which we must attend to. Our parents and society commonly advise us to get an education, find a good job, and then settle down to a safe and sane life, making and raising babies with a decided worthy another. These are good, responsible things to do. But I offer there is a deeper risk which also needs attention, the risk of living a long and healthy life without allowing ourselves the chance to develop and engage our deeper self, or experiencing life without much challenging adventure, or living in such a way as to keep too much distance from the risks which yield the rich and satisfying reward of discovery, maturity, survival, and growth. So attend to both types of risk, the practical aims of school, work, family, security, and money, as well as perhaps the less practical, though often quite worthwhile risk of not becoming the person or living the life of our dreams. Probably right here is where I would insert the new principle. Let me try it. Maybe it says it. Avoid the trap of managing risk to the extent of walling ourselves completely into our own safe, secure, and familiar coffin. There it is. Though when in doubt, there it is. I started right there. Wow. It's right there. Though when in doubt, always err on the side of family, even if such living might at times feel like a coffin, as such efforts are usually in alignment with our deeper and perhaps our only true life mandate and purpose, namely, getting our genes successfully into the next generation, passing, as Emerson might say, our ripened being into tomorrow. And then the risk of becoming who you are. When we settle and decide to avoid the greater risk, we will become whatever it is that we have settled for. I'll just add that in right there, right? Avoid the trap of managing risk to the extent of walling ourselves completely onto our own safe, secure, and familiar coffin. Becoming who we have settled for. That's right. Put it right there. Becoming who we have settled for. And let's insert that in a coffin. Then I'll just adjust this sentence, long paragraph. Try again. Avoid the trap of managing risk to the extent of walling ourselves completely into our own safe, secure, and familiar coffin, becoming who we have settled for. Though when in doubt, always err on the side of family. That's all I need to do to add it in. It's already in there. I just needed to shine a light on it. Okay, that'll be an easy add, and then add it, of course, to the sub-principle list above. The 8 objectives then now are to be always ready to die, to make good and effective use of time, to develop and maintain good and sound life principles, to cultivate good emotional reactions, to perform good actions, to recognize true limits and true opportunities, to do just one thing at a time and do that thing slowly and deliberately and carefully, and to keep our balance. 35 principles now are war, reason, homunculus, anchor hold, home of good and evil, purpose, atomic principle, nature, pirate ride, maturity, social principle, family, public speaking, temperance, life will not go well, the horror show, that which must be born, the feast of woeful, distraction, agency, and the great indifference, the best seat in the house, the restless man, the path of wildness, the great life adventure, the risk of avoiding risk, sin and damnation, complete oblivion, the season of philosophy, script writing, the bullseye aim, the uphill climb, arena and utility, nothing is enough, the principle of fun, and being ready. 35. All right, now, as for today, I'm going to do this. I have already done all my responses. Oh, I didn't do the email. I'll do that. I'll read my chapter from the Bible, and still working on the book of Luke. It's a long chapter. I'll then finish the Good Life meditation, finish my journal, attend to the bike sell effort, pick a place to take my wife for lunch. I always like to take her out to someplace nice on Sunday, and then do the poem, Becoming Who You Are, add that in, and then swim at the beach. Am I ready for death? Are my affairs in order? Yeah. Are my relationships sound? Yes. Is my life's work complete? Absolutely. I can stop now. I can die now if I need to go without a single backwards glance. I wish you all the best. Be safe, but not too safe. Take care. I will move forward and up. I will rarely stop, and I will never